TIMA volunteers provide services from 6 medical departments at Tzu Chi's free clinic in Cambodia. Elementary school students gain understanding of environmental protection at the Humanitarian Eco-Tech Pavilion. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Surisu. Thank you for joining us. We begin our program today with some stories from Cambodia. On the first day of Tzu Chi's large free clinic and rice distribution in Cambodia, more than 300 volunteers provided medical services from 6 departments. They're expected to serve more than 8,000 residents. At the opening ceremony, the congressman of Tzu Chi province and the mayor have shown up to support the events. In addition, there were many youth volunteers helping out at the event. Here's more. "30 high school volunteers help the local residents register and give out the vouchers for rice. Outside the free clinic venue, many residents have lined up.
I'm very interested in volunteering. It is good to volunteer. Besides going to school, we can come to volunteer, and it is better than going out to play.
If they're not specialized with the free clinic or any department like the yaker, the dentist, or the GP, if they don't have a doctor or like that, so they have the manpower like just to greet the patients, like maybe with bringing them food, bringing like them water, or like guide them to the right department, or registration.
The head of the Youth Volunteers PC has dedicated himself to the volunteer work. The volunteers he leads come from various places.
For example, 20 volunteers came from Phnom Penh. In addition to the 30 local volunteers, there's a total of 50 volunteers. As you can see, some of the volunteers are from the police department.
While greeting the local residents at the opening ceremony, the Tzu Chi province congressman and mayor have also come to provide care.
On behalf of the country and the county government, as well as residents in the 13 districts, I want to thank the Tzu Chi Foundation. 25 years ago, we heard Donor Master Zheng Yan talk about the suffering of people in Cambodia. Then we've also witnessed how Cambodia has changed in the past 25 years.
Since the residents have come early in the morning to wait in line, around noontime the volunteers have provided them with rice cakes in banana leaves. On the other hand, the medical staff stayed at their posts.
The large free clinic that was scheduled to start in the afternoon began at around 8 o'clock in the morning, because there were lots of residents waiting in line since the early morning. As the temperature rises near noontime, the volunteers have prepared several fans. The residents also wait patiently, hoping to seek the much-needed medical attention.
Also on the first day of the free clinic in Tzu Chi province of Cambodia, a total of 150 medical personnel offer various medical services for the local residents. From treating cataracts to various types of tumors, the surgical team played a major role in helping the patients. Let's take a look.
The tumor in his hand is not a rare case. The temporary operation room, along with surgeons from Taiwan, play a major role in solving the long-time widespread hidden diseases of the villagers.
When we started to operate on the patient, we found out that it was a hemangioma. It wasn't quite what we had originally expected to find. There are quite a lot of cases of lipoma. In addition, there was a patient with a case of ear keloids. This is where there is a protruding growth on the ear. It was quite large in size.
Coming to the dental area, we can see medical personnel from all over, including Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, Vietnam, and the U.S. All of them are working in unison to provide the best medical care to the local residents.
Some need tooth extractions, teeth cleaning, fillings, or even root canal treatments. We can do all of that. For us domestically, other than going to nursing homes, we don't really have any international free clinic services. So this opportunity to serve needs to be cherished.
The TYDA doctor listens patiently and examines the grandpa's left eye with care. As one can see, it's cloudy. This is the most common eye disease locally, a case of cataracts.
Some of them also refer to operate in Phnom Penh, and some of them the problem is eye pain after the operation 1 month or half months ago. So there are a lot of problem eye in here.
Even with cases of presbyopia, one does not have to worry. There are a total of 600 pairs of glasses with 1,200 types of frames. There is also on-site customizing eyewear services that's provided.
Some are from Singapore's eyewear companies. Like this one here, it's completely brand new. Normally, these are all donated by them.
Various eye issues were presented. From morning till the afternoon, the number of patients never decreased. The medical personnel never left either. Each and every one of them were doing their best in hopes to alleviate any sufferings that the local residents were experiencing.
Staying in Cambodia, before the large-scale free clinic took place, city volunteers had been busy setting up the venue and installing electricity and water lines. In addition, the volunteers also drove around to invite the local residents to come to the free clinic. Here's more. The crane has delivered a generator. As everyone is busy cleaning up the venue and setting up the electrical installations and wiring. At Tzu Chi's third large free clinic in Cambodia, Singapore volunteers have come to help out.
Water and electricity are very important in free clinics. Without affecting the hospital operation, we need to install water and electricity lines. The hospital is running short on electricity, and some of their sockets are different from our Singapore ones. Since we have a generator, we will try to use the generator and not rely on the electricity provided by the hospital.
Tzu Chi's free clinic is held at a hospital in Takeo province. Besides the Tzu Chi volunteers from various countries, students and teachers from a local high school have also come to help set up the venue.
I'm not volunteer before. Today, I've come with my students to give of ourselves, so they can learn to help other people and experience the joy of serving people.
I am very grateful that Tzu Chi has come to provide a free clinic for impoverished residents. I am very happy to be able to help out with my teacher and classmates.
Besides setting up the free clinic venue, the organization of the medications is also a challenging task.
Some medications are labeled differently than those in Taiwan, therefore we need to look for them closely, or their dosage and the name might be different, so we still need to confirm that.
This is my first time organizing the medications. Usually the pharmacists are in charge of this at free clinic, but they haven't come here and the medications are needed. We cannot wait till the pharmacists arrive at night to organize the medications.
Meanwhile, the volunteers also drive around to invite the local residents to come to the free clinic, hoping other people in need can seek medical attention. Before Tzu Chi's large free clinic in Cambodia began, TIMA members from Taiwan met together with the Malaysian volunteers and Vietnamese volunteers. They went to TYDA, a local NGO, to donate medical equipment from Singapore. The equipment includes wheelchairs and hospital beds, which are much needed in Cambodia.
The volunteers carefully check the walking aids, although they are second-hand, but all of them are still in good conditions.
The walking aids came from 40 recycling stations in Singapore. They were collected by the volunteers, and later it was sent to one of the volunteers' factory, as he works in the field of mechanical engineering. In the factory, they have a maintenance department. His employees have repaired these walking aids. The medical equipment were transported from Singapore to Cambodia. In the 2 cargoes, we can find wheelchairs, walking aids, and hospital beds, etc. All of them will be donated to the TYDA.
In 3 months, we will send to the poor people there who need this equipment.
This is very needed because in the remote area or in the rural area, and also in some military hospital in the remote area, they need such a kind of medical material.
The superintendents of Tzu Chi hospitals in Taiwan have paid a visit. After their flight had touched down in Cambodia, they went to the headquarters of TYDA. Besides joining the donation ceremony, they also had exchange experiences with the members.
Because they join the free clinic
also before they go there and after they go back.
So you can see the change.
I think that human resource is important for us. So we need more and more if can. And thank you for your team that give us the opportunity for training, short course training.
So you can arrange some of your young members come to Hualien also and come to visit the other part of Taiwan.
I want to see the top one.
All together, we are the top one.
The large-scale free clinics will be conducted soon. The TYDA has sent 50 doctors to join the event. They hope to collaborate with Tzu Chi to help the local residents as much as possible.
A Hindu religious parade was attended by more than 10,000 people in Malaysia. At the event, Tzu Chi volunteers also helped clean up the streets and do recycling. Since Tzu Chi volunteers have been helping out and promoting environmental protection for 8 years, many parade goers also joined them in protecting the environment. Let's take a look.
While the Hindu people are celebrating Masih Magam, Tzu Chi volunteers try to keep the streets clean.
We pick these and sell them so they can become money. Then we use the money to help poor people.
However, back in 2012, the attendees of parade did not know much about environmental protection.
We saw they littered the garbage everywhere on the streets. When we were cleaning up garbage, streets were full of garbage, and in just 5 minutes, we filled 4 large bags of garbage. It was terrible.
They just kept throwing recyclables into trash cans. One year, I crawled into the trash cans to take out all the recyclables. We Tzu Chi alone couldn't get it done.
After 8 years of hard work, Tzu Chi volunteers' efforts have impacted on the Hindu followers. They do not litter garbage anymore.
Coming for years to years, they've been continually coming here to do this. And I find this year is so much.
The volunteers come here every year, and I found out that the streets are cleaner this year. I'm happy that the volunteers provide a good service here, and the public are also learning from the volunteers to keep the environment clean.
There are lesser recyclables. We hope more people will understand the importance of environmental protection.
While passing down traditions, we should also elevate our awareness on environmental protection so we can keep the earth clean.
In Taichung, the teachers and students from Ruisui Elementary School have paid a visit to the Humanitarian Eco-Tech Pavilion. Besides learning how to sort the recyclables, the students also got their hands-on experiences of using recyclable materials to make crafts. All of them have gained a deeper understanding of environmental protection. Let's join them there.
The Earth is now being harmed. Global warming has affected the icebergs to melt, and the polar bears are losing their home. After listening to volunteers' explanation, the children have gained a better understanding of climate change. The teachers and students of Ruisui Elementary School have visited the Humanitarian Eco-Tech Pavilion, learning how to sort the recyclables. We can also find DIY activities inside the pavilion. The students have used the recyclable materials to make a caterpillar.
看到小朋友都是满满的笑容，在体验这一些。
While watching the students happily learn about the concepts of recycling, I believe they have gained a deeper understanding and knowing the importance of doing recycling and protecting Mother Earth.
The volunteers have shared the concepts of recycling through game activities.
I believe it's great to let students know that the recyclable items can actually be used for the second time. In fact, it can be used for many times.
As we can see, it is never too early to teach children about recycling. This will definitely impact their attitude towards environmental issues in the future.
As more people around the world adopt a vegetarian diet, international media has called 2019 the year of the vegan. In our next report, we'll meet a member of the Kaohsiung Jingsi drum team, Lin Youshen. He has adopted a vegetarian diet. In addition, he has changed from a rebellious teenager to someone who serves the public. Let's take a look at how the seeds of love were planted in his heart and mind. Moving the spatula around, shredded fresh mushroom pieces are being slowly pan-fried. After adding pepper and some special spices, the vegetarian ingredients in the big pot emanate enticing fragrance. In the hot southern Taiwan weather, staying in a heated kitchen to cook is not an easy task. However, Lin Youshen, who's wearing a mask and a hat, does not complain of such work. After taking out the vegetarian ingredients, he continues to mix the shredded white radish pieces. This is one of his signature dishes, the simple vegetarian radish cakes.
It takes a lot of patience to make radish cakes. It includes much preparatory work. You need to first shred the radishes and slice up the ingredients ahead of time. In addition, one has to grind the rice into a smooth paste.
Born in 1985, Lin's family runs a vegetarian restaurant. Being a member of the Tzu Chi Kaohsiung Jingsi drum team, he's a dedicated vegetarian. Without that background, it's not surprising that he's good at making radish cakes. However, in the eyes of his family, it wasn't always such a smooth path like this. Actually, he has completely turned over a new leaf. Having dyed long hair, Lin looked young and rebellious in the pictures. This is an example of how one's appearance can certainly reveal one's mindset at a given time.
In the past, these were all filled with